I just had to move just a little bit more. Awesome. Okay, today what we're talking about is the time man, the time I'm a firefighter. I'm a wildland firefighter. I've been doing it 10 years. Um, it's a big part of my life. I've always really, really fucking loved it, and it's always been really, really good to me when it comes down to it. And you know, it's a fun gig. I dig it. You know, I've always. I mean, I don't think I'm what the hell they call it? Um, a thrill seeker or a adrenaline junkie. I don't look at myself like that because I like to help people. You know, helping people is one of the big things in my life that that I like doing, and it feels good when I'm doing it. And it's just my way of doing my part of the world of I guess being a good person. Anyways, yeah, this year last year. Anyways, last year I ended up I put myself in for Engine Boss, single resource. It's boss. I stepped up. I never did it before. Firefighting for 10 years. I finally kind of get my own little thing going, and so it was cool. I ran a mod. Mod is like 4 fucking people, and a mod is like 4 people where you're doing putting hotspots out, talking to people. I hate PR work. PR work sucks. Just because it's like I have to throw on this like, oh, you're gonna be all right. We're here to help. We're doing our best, and we are. But 1,000-acre fire coming towards you. That's kind of it's a scary thing. Okay. Anyways, what I'm trying to get to is I was there was a couple of parts where I've gotten burnt out, almost got burnt over. And this is one that I'm gonna tell you about. It really hits me hard because when this happened, you're never ready for this type of stuff. You're not ready for this. You're never ready for something like that. There was 2 times. I literally ended up jumping in our rig, flying down to the safety zone, and it is it's scary. Anyways, so we were it's about 8 o'clock. Shift is just about over. We have 16-hour shifts. And we're just hanging out, chilling. We're all kind of just we're sitting around BSing each other. All the engines and all the other people are just chilling, and what happened is we were working, and when we were working, we ended up hitting a trigger point. Trigger point is when everything blows up, and you just get out of there, drop everything you're doing, just leave. Get to a safety zone, get to the far closest safety zone possible. And that's what trigger point means. So anyways, we hit that trigger point that day. And when we hit it, there was, we hit that trigger point, I think it was like 4 o'clock, something like that. It was kind of after shift though, because we had to sit around for about 5-6 hours and wait for the fire to die off. And when what happened was like I said, we're all just hanging out. This is after trigger points reached, and we're just waiting for our task force leader, and we're waiting for our task force leader to tell us it's all good to go, get out of here, and that we're ready to, um, you know, do our thing, leave, go home for the night, and so we're cool, and you know, like I said, 18-hour shifts, they're pretty long, and when it comes down to it, you think about that, and you know, with that 18-hour shift being as long as it is, you have to like, um, you're, you know, I was pretty wasted. This is about, I mean, you know, I'm done. I'm tired. I want to go home, you know, and you know, going home means that back to a tent, ready to sleep. And this is my first year being an engine boss, and I'm just wanting to just, you know, go home and hang out and do my thing. And anyways, so yeah. And what happened was we're sitting there. We get this radio call. R2K, something else. Something else. Ready to cargo out. You people know what a cargo is. Same thing like what semis do. And we're sitting there, and I'm like, oh heck yeah, we're ready to go, man. And the fire's still burning. And the reason we cargo out is because we will be all put together, and will illuminate everything around us. And the road is a dirt road. We're up in Sealy, California, and like I said, okay, we're up in Sealy, California. It's the trees are about this round, and it's a beautiful country. Anyways, we get the okay to get out there, and you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, man, so everything's good to go. Fuck, man, you gotta worry about shit and everything, you know. And I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, let's do this, and it's nothing. Cargo out, done it before. Just jump behind the people and just follow them. And they're like, okay, ready? Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. R2K, you ready? Yeah. So-and-so, are you ready? Yeah. So-and-so, copy, because that's how we talk, you know? Fudge. And I'm like, okay, this is easy. We're just gonna drive through this spot, and everything's gonna be alright. So, that's it. It's just another thing, another whatever. Another day, another dollar. Trigger point's over. Everything's all clear. Hell, heck yeah. And what happens is we gotta drive through this road. It's really narrow and there's fire on each side. And there's fire on each side. And I didn't know that. You know, when you hear everything's all clear, you assume that the fire dies down. Well, I did. This is my first year, so this is what I'm assuming. And you know, my boss is letting me do everything. He just sat back and acted like a ride along. Like, he fucking handed me a couple things, ride along. And anyways, he was cool about it. Anyways, what happens is, we get that, and I gotta explain things a little bit. Okay, a Type 6 engine for a firefighter, it's just a dually with a big old fucking tank of water on it. 300 gallon tank. That's it. Double cab. You can have single cab or double cab, and it doesn't matter. Whatever. We have a 450 supercharge. Two cabs. There's 3 of us in it. There's me, engine boss, trainee, engine boss, and we had our other hand. She was a girl. She was a woman. I can't remember. I can't remember the life of her name. Anyways, we hear that, and the road we're going on in is about it's narrow. It's like there's no way to turn around. There's freaking I mean, the only way to turn around is if you were to back up this way. I'm telling you, it's narrow. It's like a one lane road, and it's a dirt road, and it's the middle of it's the middle of the woods. So either or, you get in there, you can't turn around, you gotta back all the way up, or you just gotta find a spot to turn around. Anyways, there's fire on this side and there's fire on this side. And when I thought, trigger point and all resource can go back to where they were, I sit there and think, oh, okay, cool, let's do this, back home, let's hang out, time to eat, time to munch, So anyways, we cargo out, and yo, no shit. When we cargo out, man, we're going, and next thing what happens is, man, we get to that point where the fire was burning, and there's fire on each side of us still, and this shit's like, it's like fucking flaming up, man. It's getting high, it's fucking smoking. I'm like, damn, trigger point don't mean shit, Oh man, next thing I'm like, okay, I was like, holy shit. And I'm surprised as shit, because when I hear trigger point, something like over, I'm thinking like, oh, okay, time to, time to roll out, everything's all clear. But trigger point was, okay, anyways. Oh man, we good. But the road is clear, and everything's clear, so it's like, okay, well, anyway, let's do this, Fuck, we're going, and I'm getting too close to the cargo in front of us, and there's fire fucking just, you can feel the flames coming off and all that, and I'm behind this rig, and I'm like thinking, oh fuck, next thing my boss is like, oh hey, don't get us fucking smashed into. I'm like, yeah, I know, and I'm being all cool about everything. In my mind, I'm just like, oh my god, there's fire everywhere, we're fucking cargoing out. Okay, I was like, I don't want to hit this car, and first thing that comes to mind is because I'm like, I must be about this far away from the rig in front of me, and I'm thinking, oh man, I don't want to fucking, and if I hit this fucker, we're gonna have to stop, and there's smoke everywhere. We're gonna fucking get stuck in here and get smoking, and they should fucking die, yo. There was smoke everywhere. You could only see about this far. You could see about this far in front of you with the cargo. But okay, okay. Anyways, all right. So I'm thinking the same thing, because I'm thinking, man, I'm a firefighter. I don't want to smash into some motherfucker and die in a car accident. Man, I'd rather die burnt up and fucking smoke lays and die, and that suck. and so what happens is, I'm like, I pull back, and I pull back to a point where I'm thinking, okay, well, I kind of just fucking stop. That's what I did, and yeah. So I thought, okay, well, I'll stop, and I'll fucking, no, I pull back really slow. I can't remember. Anyways, but I go back a little bit further to a point where I'm like, maybe about 4 yards behind him, and I think, okay, well, anyways, I'll just pull back, and everything will be cool, and I won't crash into this dude, and I'm engine boss, so I'm making all the fucking major decisions. Next thing what happens is, okay, let me get some light on this. Okay, next thing that happens is I pull back, right? And next thing, oh man, I don't know what that was. I don't have no idea. But next thing, freaking, I literally, his lights, when I'm about 30 feet, I'm about 5 or 6 yards behind him, I see his lights kind of like go like this. Fucking next thing, a big old, just freaking, I don't know what it was. It was dirt. It was smoke. It was smoke, dirt, whatever. And it just went, and his lights just fucking disappeared. Oh man, next thing, I was like, oh shit, what the oh, right then and there, I was like thinking, man, I don't want to be a fucking engineer. No, it wasn't then. I was just like, oh shoot, oh fuck, man. I got to lose these guys. Next thing my engine boss is like, don't fucking lose them, man. You're gonna get stuck back here, and we gotta. And I'm like, yeah, we cool. I'm like, we cool. We good. We good. Fucking next thing I start going and going, and all of a sudden, man, I turn my lights on. My lights are on, and I freaking, man, you can only see about this far ahead of you, and I'm like, okay. Everything's good, and I keep telling boss, that boss is getting mad at me, and he's just like, fuck this guy, you lost him, you freaking lost him, man, you blah this and blah that, and I'm like, man, we cool, we good, in my mind, I'm just like, holy shit, man, what the okay, I got this, just be cool, Chris, be cool, we got this, and I'm fucking going, next thing all of a sudden, you can't even see the road, I mean, there's smoke, there's ash, there's dirt, I don't know how the hell this happened, but the wind picked up. The wind picked up while we were in that road, and I was just like, holy shit, and I'm just driving. I'm just like, oh, we good. Oh, my engine boss is getting mad at me. He's like, you lost him, this guy. We're stuck here, and I'm like, oh, we're cool. And I'm just inching I'm going about 10. Next thing, you feel that heat on each side start fucking heating up the car, man. And I'm like, oh, dude. I'm like, oh my god. Next thing what happened is fucking, what happened is I fucking kind of, I don't know what I did, but I turned our brights on. I turned our brights on. I look. It looks like someone fucking grabs a big old wad of dirt, ash, smoke, and everything and just fucking tosses it at our rig. And I was like, whoa, and I couldn't see nothing. There was nothing there, and next thing what happens is that fire on the side of us, it kicks up, just, man, and our person in the back, freaking wakes up, cause she was always sleeping at the end of the day, like she would just go right out, you know. And next thing what happens, I'm like, holy shit, and I'm just sitting there. I was like, and I didn't know what to do because when I turned those brights on, it made me freeze. And I mean, like I said, it just felt like someone took a big old fucking thing of smoke, ashes, dust, and just threw it at our rig. And at the same time, fucking this side of the fire goes fucking and it's just plumb fucking smoky on this side. You can't see nothing, and I'm just like, oh shit. I don't want to be engine boss no more. Oh, it's like, I'm sitting there, I was like, but this ain't a video game, man. We can't just restart. And that's going on. That's what goes in my head, man. We ain't no video game, Chris. You can't restart. We can't even restart, man. You gotta figure something out. You gotta figure something out fast now. This is getting hot, man. This is gonna fucking burn our something back here, man. There's all these fucking little, and on the top of this, my engine boss is like, F this guy, you fucking, you lost him, or you gotta fucking do something, Oh man, in my mind, I'm just like, holy shit, I don't wanna be this, I don't wanna fucking do this no more, Oh shit, but this ain't no video game, can't we just restart, you can't just restart, so, whoa, and then this is in like the matter of like, 10-20 seconds, and I'm like, yeah, fuck this, I shoot, fucking gun it, I just fucking shoot this way, and I'm going like 15 miles an hour. I can only see about this far in front of us, and I turned the brights off because that's helping none, man. The only thing I could see if I had the brights on is a big wall of smoke, and I was just going by memory. I remembered that it went like this and that, and if I can get to this point, there's this little dip like this, but then there's this turn like this, and I'm just like, and that whole fuck, I don't know, but that fire just while I'm driving, I'm going like 15, and both sides are you see ash fucking going on across it, and I'm just, oh shit, okay, and I can only see about this far, but in my mind I'm thinking we've been driving this road for like freaking almost week and a half. I've been driving it slow. I've been driving it normal speed. We what do you call it? Patrolled it a fucking shitload of times. So in my head, I'm just kind of like going by memory, and that's all I could do. I mean, I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if that's good. But the fact is I could only see about this far in front of us, and that's no shit. And 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 I'm just like, okay, I know what that. I'm just gonna put these fucking tree, and I just kept. There was this one big ass tree. I thought, man, if I could fucking get to it, I'll be all right. And I'm just like, okay. Anyway, I was like, if I can just get to it, I'll be all right. So what happens is I just remember going like this, and like I said, it kind of went like this. Okay, so it went like this. Not like wicked turn, but it had this little turn like this. And then it went like this, and my boss, my boss is like, you know what you're fucking doing? He's like, we don't want to fuck, and I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, and this whole time I'm like, we cool, we alright, we be alright. I'm just fucking losing it in my fucking mind, though. But I'm telling my boss like, fuck, we're alright, cause I'm trying to keep everybody cool, man. I ain't gonna lose it in front of my boy, in front of my boss, in front of my other fucking hand. Fuck, come on, I cannot do that. You, as a firefighter, you cannot do that. You lose your shit. Confidence in you is gone. Okay, so yeah. Anyways. Back to what I was saying. We get to right about here, and I'm fucking going like 15 miles an hour. I'm just like, oh shit, okay, I got this. I'm going like 15. And when you're by a fire and you're by another side, when you're in fucking, I don't know how this works to anybody else, but for me, when I was in that position, all I could think was, I don't want to die in a car wreck. I'd rather die burnt up than getting in a freaking car wreck. But then I'm thinking about I'm thinking about, okay, if we do get in a car wreck, if we do crash, what we gonna do? I mean, and then what else popped up was, that's the only thing that's the only thing I could think of is, I'd rather die burnt up than die fucking crashing into some shit and getting smoked like that. Ah, shit. Anyways, what happened next? Oh, man, like I said, I'm just fucking going by memory. That's probably bad, but I did. Oh, my God, and we got this way. Next thing, I'm just like, oh, shit, okay. And I'm fucking scared as shit. I'm just fucking flying. And I remember feeling this turn. And I knew that we get to this point where we can go toosh and go up and over. That big ass tree would be at the end, and I could see it. And we finally get to that point, and next thing that happens is we go like this. And we get around and we shoot, and there's fire still, and you can feel this heat, man. You feel heat on the side of us. You can't see nothing. And we get there and we go woof. We go down, and when we go up, and then there's this sharp ass turn like this. We do this sharp turn, and everything just clears up. We can see we can see the other guys, and right then and there, the radio comes on, and it's like, R2K, are you alright? Oh, we see you right there. We're gonna go back and look for you. Over. And I was like, copy, R2K, out. Oh, man. But there was a point where I was just like, I don't want to do this. But I wasn't gonna let no one see it. Fuck that, What could I did? Jumped out that seat and let my fucking boss drive? Fucking. Anyways, yeah. That was probably the closest call I've had before.